Hello, good evening, everybody. Am I audible to all? Okay, thank you. So, let's start with the webinar. Python libraries for data science, NumPy, Matplotlib, Pandas. So, before moving forward, let me introduce myself. My name is Nishanth. I am basically a graduate mechanical engineer from NIT Durgapur, passed out in 2004. I have also completed my executive MBA from Great Lakes Institute of Management, Chennai in 2011. I have around more than 14 years of industry experience and data science. I am working for past more than 6 years. Currently, I am working as a freelance data scientist, and till date, I have conducted around 700. I have trained around 700 individuals in data science with Python and other softwares, basically. And this is a brief about myself. So now I will take you forward with the topic that we have. The voice is it okay, Dr. Deepa? Now, hello. Am I audible clearly to everybody? Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's start with the topic. So, guys, can you, can you all brief me a little bit about your background? Then it will be easier for me to take which course I have to follow to bring the thing into picture. So I require you to explain a little bit about yourself, the kind of background you guys are having from. If you want to speak on a mic, you can speak on the mic, or you can also write your answers in the chat box. There will be a chat box on your screen. You can use that thing. So R.K. Sharma said that I'm a student, BSc Information Science at Telecommunication first year, Ravenshaw University. What about, okay, thank you, R.K. And what about uh, Dr. Deepa and Meena? Can I have your credentials so that I can know a little bit about your background, if possible? Okay, Meena, thank you. We just want to learn Python. That's good. And Dr. Deepa, you are assistant professor in computer science in Tamil Nadu. So that's good. Many of us are having a good background like that only. So guys, we'll start with our thing basically. So first of all, the question that I want to know, what do you understand by the topic called data science, data analytics? What is that? Because either we work on Python or whatever software, ultimately we have to solve something related to, we are doing something related to data science. So guys might have heard this word frequently around yourself. So I just want to know, what do we understand by this term called data science? Any inputs by the participants? I would love to hear. Oh, I can say data science is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, systems to extract. I think actually we have just Googled it out and copy and paste it. Am I right? Yeah, that's why I said that it is a copied answer from Google. I just want to know from your side what to understand by it. So everybody of us use net. That is not an issue. My point is, I just want to know what you guys think about the topic. Basically, what is data science? What it do? What is your point of view regarding this thing? If you know something about it, Dr. Deepa, can I have your inputs? Okay, not an issue. Let me take it through. Meena said how to analyze and read info from data. That is right, Meena. Like I said, as far as I know, data science is used for collecting information. No, it's not only collecting information. We have to do a lot of things, RK. This and data represent explore data to have insights for decision making. Definitely, we have to uncover some insights which can help us in our decision making. Definitely correct. So, data science is basically a science where we employ statistical techniques to study data and to come up with insights, as Dr. Deepa said, are some important points which can help us in business decision making. This is what data science is required to do, or it is doing basically. Nowadays, what happens? The business is very complicated, severe competition among the participants, among the brands. Okay, and then everybody wants to know what other or new thing they should do so that they can capture the market shares. So this is where data science will help, and it will make use of statistical techniques basically. Okay, so this is what data science do, and with the help, if we uncover such information, it will help us gain market share, increase profitability. We can help our company employees increase their efficiencies, and a lot of things can be done good by employing these techniques basically. Okay, so this is a general introduction about data science. Okay, this is what we are going to do with the help of the Python. Before moving to Python, I just want to have a discussion with you all regarding some of the application of data science that we have today in our day-to-day life. Can anybody among you help me with an application, practical application that you see where data science is, having its point? Can anybody say anything on the practical application of data science around us? Meena, RK, Shamma, Dr. Deepa, Dharini, there are more participants, Suraj, anything, advertising. Okay, RK, can you be more clear what you want to say on regarding this thing? How I got here? Um, RK, can you please, if possible, can you unmute yourself? No.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Audible? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, RK.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
So one application I got to know is that advertising on Facebook. It Verzeo webinars had an ad on Facebook. As I used to search the related stuff on internet, so it classified me into some technical category for which I got this ad. So this might be an application of data science.
Yeah, RK, can you please repeat again? Your voice is breaking a bit.
Yeah.
Or you can type also along with your communication, no problem. A little bit. If you have having some problem, then it will be better. Dr. Deepa said to make prediction on weather. Definitely. It is a good example of data science. It comes under the category of forecasting, time series forecasting, with the help of technique called time series forecasting, where the prediction on weather is done. Definitely. This is one of the application basically. And I think it is a very outdated model. I mean, we are predicting weather for past many years. Okay. This is a very good example. What else you guys can think of? Can you guys come up with any example related to banks or financial sector, or you can say telecommunication industry? Arke said I got this ad on Facebook of Verzeo webinar, which is an application of data science. RK, the ad that you have found on Facebook for Verzeo is basically an example of digital marketing. It is not an example of data science. Okay, digital marketing is different thing. Then the example you're talking about is of digital marketing. It's not about data science basically. So this is a difference that needs to be, thought of while you have to differentiate between the two things. Okay, let me help you guys with something. We all are using mobile phones today. There are many subscribers like Airtel, Jio, Vodafone. And COVID-19 medicine discovery. Dr. Deepa, I don't know. Medicine discovery can be yeah, we can develop model, but discovery cannot be done with data science. Data science can only help us identify which thing can be more beneficial or effective a medicine can be. But discovery is basically research thing basically. Okay, yeah, to analyze some or to conclude something about the data on which you are conducting the research, definitely we can make use of data science. But a complete for whole discovery, we cannot say data science is here. Some application of science or research is also required. To validate yourself, data science is always there. So guys, I'll help you with some example. I was talking about telecommunication companies basically, like Airtel, Vodafone, etc., etc. We all know that today we all are using mobile phones, and you might have come across one thing. Either you or some of your family member or just your friends might have received some messages from the subscribers where they are paying you same data or more than that. Yes, the Harini speech acquisition is also part of that thing, or more than that, more bundle of freebies to you at lower price. Have you ever wondered why they want to give my friend or my family member same more than what they are getting at lower price? Okay, not me. Why? So there is a point called churn analytics. Companies make use of churn analytics with the help of which they can know that who are the customers who can unsubscribe, and a customer who has higher chance of unsubscribing, they send these messages so that they don't lose a customer. From business point of view, losing a customer, or you can say acquiring a new customer, is more costlier than retaining an older customer. So companies don't want to lose their older customers, they want to retain them. So with the help of that model, which makes use of a machine learning algorithm called logistic regression technique, or it comes under the category of classification, wherein we predict the probability of happening of an event. What is the event? Churn, that a person can churn out from my subscription and they can go for another subscription. Okay, with the help of that model, we'll calculate probability of churn for all of my customers, and the customers who are having higher probability of churn, for those customers we will come up with a special plan to retain them further. So this is an application of analytics data science in telecommunication companies. Am I clear on what I explained just now? All of you, if you have any doubt, you want to ask any question, please ask me. Okay, Sharma. Anybody else having any question regarding the example that I have discussed regarding telecommunication companies? Okay. Let me take you another example. Okay. There. Okay. Example number 2 I will discuss now regarding banks or financial sector. We all know that banks or any NBFC, non-banking financial companies, they all deal with two kind of basic category loans basically. One is secured and another one is unsecured loans. For secured loans, they don't worry about, but unsecured loans are a risky venture for them. They can lose money. If customer don't pay back the money on time, or they don't pay back the EMI on time, then it is a loss to them. So banks or credit card companies, NBFCs, all of them. So with the help of same classification and logistic regression techniques, they will build a model to check who are the customers who can default on my payments by calculating the probability scores, probability of default. And a customer who is having higher probability of default will be considered as a defaulter, and then they can come up with many marketing strategies to persuade that particular customer to pay the EMIs or whatever balance, outstanding balance they have on time, so that bank's business will not get hurt. So this is another example of same technique in financial sector. Am I clear on this? Guys, am I clear? Okay, see, I also want you to get interacted, or you should also ask questions wherever you feel like. Okay. So this is now I have given two examples to you, one telecom communication companies and another regarding financial sector. Can anybody among you help me with another example on the same technique? Yes, Dr. Deepa, what is the example? Can you help us with? Dr. Deepa, are you there? Or anybody else want to share any other example of data science in line with what I discussed just now? No one? Okay. Market basket analysis. Yes. What is that, Dr. Deepa? Can you please be more clear? Can you please unmute yourself and help us? This is a very good example you talked about.
Market basket analysis.
Yeah. Can you help us with some example on that? In line with what I discussed just now. Hello? No one? Okay. Market basket analysis. Yes. What is that, Dr. Deepa? Can you please be more clear? Can you please unmute yourself and help us? This is a very good example you talked about.
Market basket analysis.
Yeah. Can you help us with any other example on that? In line with what I discussed just now. Dr. Deepa, are you there? Hello?
So kind of like.
No one. Okay. Yeah. Market basket analysis. Yes. What is that, Dr. Deepa? Can you please be more clear? Can you please unmute yourself and help us? Okay, please unmute yourself. Some echo is going on there. I'll help the thing. Please mute yourself. Dr. Deepa, are you there? Hello?
So kind of.
Yeah. Please mute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Some echo is going on there. I'll help the thing. Please mute yourself.
So it's
Guys, please mute
we kept together so that the customers will buy it at the same place.
Okay. Yeah, correct. Please mute yourself. Okay, thank you. Guys, as Dr. Deepa said, that market basket analysis. What happens there? Today, when we go to say chemist shop, the main business of chemist shop is to sell medicines, but along with that, they are also selling, some toothpaste, deodorant, some other cosmetic products you can find over there. Why and how they come to know that thing? That customer will be interested in buying this thing. So this thing they discover with the help of market basket analysis technique, wherein they can check that with the help of primary product, which other secondary product customers are willing to buy. Similarly, same thing we all have when we go to grocery stores or some retail stores where they have offers buy 200 grams of coffee, you will get a coffee mug free. Or you go to any, or if you buy a tray of egg, you will get a bread free, something like that. So this all things can be discovered with the help of technique called market basket analysis. Okay, very good example, Dr. Deepa. Thank you for the example. So guys, so this is the example of market basket. Now in insurance sector, if you go to insurance sector, medical or health, what is more important for the insurance provider basically? the claim. If I pay 5,000 rupees for my medical or health insurance, and I claim if I get some problem, I get admitted to a hospital, then I have to pay 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs of rupees. That company has to pay 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs of rupees for my treatment. So it is a loss to them. So they will be interested in knowing who are the customers who can claim, and then they can through some marketing channel they can send them some vouchers, health vouchers, so to keep their health in check, so that anything like that does not happen and they do not lose the money. Also, with the help of the model, they can come to know what are the factors which are responsible for these things, and then for new customers, by controlling these factors, they can reduce the percentage of these people in new customer base. So this is also one advantage of data science. So these are the examples that we discussed about, forecasting, market basket, and now about classification, where we discuss all these examples: telecommunication, insurance, credit cards. Okay. Now there is one more application of data science, which is about regression analysis. That means predicting the value of a variable. Now what is it? Suppose there is Maruti car, and they have basically their good selling model called Desire, and they want to sell. Last year they might have sold 1,000 units of Desire model, and next year they are interested in selling around 2,000 models. Then they will be interested in knowing what shall they do so that their sales increase from 1,000 to 2,000. So with the help of a linear regression model, we will build a model wherein we can come to know which are the factors affecting the sales, and then by varying the amount of those factors, we can get the sales figure of 2,000, which we want or we are expecting in next financial year. So this is how data science can help us achieve that thing also. Nowadays there are more model application of data science is also coming up, which is you might have found in AI, artificial intelligence. One of them is text analytics. What happens? Suppose company is having some product. Suppose I am selling mobile phone. I have a Facebook page or Twitter page. So whatever views or comments customers put up on these social websites, through them, with the help of technique called text analytics, I can study those texts, and I can know what points these customers are talking about my product. If they want me to improve something through those texts, I can find it out, and I can improve those points in my product, and it will help me increase my sales and ultimately the profits. This is application of one of the application of text analytics. There is application, we know, suppose something is written in English, I want to convert into Hindi. So it is a case of machine translation. This thing also is achieved with the help of data science techniques. Now computer vision is there. In computer vision, what happens? Suppose an object. Now I have recently going through one of the examples in some website. They are developing a model for social distancing. Wherever people are not following that, system will point it out that here these persons are not maintaining the social distancing. Okay, so this is an application of computer vision, object detection. It is called object detection, which is an application of computer vision. So these are some of the basic applications of data science which we can see around us in our day-to-day life. Okay. So any question you want to ask me before we move forward? Guys, any question? Or am I clear on everything? There are many participants over there. Dharini, Deepa, Meena, Akish Sharma, Suraj. Any question you guys want to ask me? Bharat. Right? Any question till now? Okay, everything is clear. Good. So these are the applications that I have discussed just now. Okay. Now I will talk about what are the components or the points we should learn to be a good data scientist. Okay. Although, okay, Python is the software, but still we should know the points which will help us to become a good data scientist. I'll help you with that thing. First point, I will say computer. What is computer? What do I mean by computer? Can anybody have any guess? In data science, component number one, computer. What does it mean? Can anybody have any guess on it? No, computer doesn't mean a device, machine. In data science, what a device, computer, of course, it is a requirement for any work you would conduct. Any other guesses? Computer means the softwares. In today's class, we are going to discuss about Python or R, or somebody works on SAS. These are different softwares which is required to be known, because without them we cannot work on anything. Okay, number two. Mathematics oblique statistics. Yes. What does it mean? Can anybody have any point on it? Linear algebra. Bharat said linear algebra. Yes. What else? Statistics. What tools? I've already covered, Meena. As far as computer, I've got it is covering the tools. Python, R, SAS. These are the tools basically. Calculus. Okay. Mathematics part. Yes. Creating algorithm. Big data. No, Deepa. Big data is not statistics. Big data is different thing basically. Okay. So statistics, I mean, we should be knowing the algorithms which are required, or the techniques which comes under statistics, like mean, median, mode, standard deviation, hypothesis testing. These are the points which cover under this part, because without this we cannot study our data. To study data, we have to be very clear about mathematics and statistics. So when we work on these things, we should work with utmost attention, because if concepts are wrong, your solutions are going to be wrong, and even you are going to be confused what you have done or what you are doing. Because if you are confused, you will not be able to explain the solutions to your seniors or end user, whosoever are there basically. Or I will say that it is the backbone of the data science. Okay. Any question? Any question? See, after all those 2 points, the last point is domain knowledge. If I have good domain knowledge regarding the problem I am working on, my solutions will be very effective. Otherwise, even I'll doubt my solutions. Okay, and chances of error will be higher. So these are the 3 points which should be well covered. Then only I can call myself a good data scientist. computer, which is the softwares we are going to work on, or you can say tools. Number two, mathematics or statistics, complete knowledge of mathematics, statistics, whatever is required as part of data science. I'm not talking about that you have to go into deeper mathematics or statistics, only whatever is required as far as data science is concerned. Okay, and the last part is domain knowledge, which is, I can say, is going to be the X factor for anybody who want to rise higher in this particular domain. And it is really a great domain coming up in the future. It is going to, I can tell you, you have technology of the future, and big money is associated with it. So any question till now before we move forward? Guys, I'm waiting for your questions. 2 minutes. Please ask questions. Anything. If no question, then I understanding data. What is that, Dr. Deepa? Understanding data? Is it a question or some remark you want to point out here? Yes, SQL is basically, see, SQL people used to do. Now maximum work is shifted to R or Python basically. SQL would do when you have whatever some data pre-processing steps that we have to do. Like I tell you something, data when you get from servers is basically unstructured. What do I understand by unstructured? That suppose there is a column, which column contains information regarding the country of customers basically, and for India, for two different customer it is written. For one customer it is written INDIA India, and for other customer it is written IND Ind. Both the same thing, India. So but when we do work on data, we cannot use both the things. Either we have to convert IND to INDI India or INDI India to IND. Correct? So this kind of work that we need to do, or if we want to do any kind of manipulation work. Manipulation means deleting something, creating a new variable. Means suppose I have information regarding cost price and selling price, but I want to study profit. So I have to create a new variable called profit, which I will calculate with the help of formula equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay. So these are the steps which come under data pre-processing, which we can achieve with the help of SQL. Am I clear, Dr. Deepa? Or anybody else have any question regarding this? Am I clear? Dr. Deepa, are you there? Am I clear? Is your question being answered? Okay. Any other question? Please ask. RK, am I clear? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Deepa. Any other question? Deepa, some background noise is coming. If you can please text your question in the chat box, it will be easier for me. Please type your question. Deepa, please type your question. Deepa, are you there? Okay, guys, please type it. Whatever question I will answer as I will receive them. So, guys, the next part we have now discovered what data science applications and okay, and this thing I have covered the components of data science. Sorry. Yeah, Deepa. Okay, guys, please type it. Whatever question I will answer as I will. So, guys, the next part. Deepa, you please unmute yourself. Applications and okay, and this. Deepa, can you please mute yourself? It will help us. Some voice noise problem is coming out of there. Please mute yourself. I have covered. Okay, thank you. So, guys, next point I want to take up and that about before Python I take up. I want to also tell you there are three stages of analytics basically. First one is descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics means I have my data or whatever work I have done. Okay, so I want to know what has happened due to my action. What has happened? How my product has fared? How my profits have come up? How sales have been made? Whatever. So with the help of some graphical representations, I will study that data, and there are many softwares and many codes are there with the help of which we can build this thing, and then we can analyze our work. That thing comes under the category of descriptive statistics. Number two is predictive analytics. After doing all these things, data pre-processing, with the help of machine learning algorithms, we will discover some new patterns in the data which will help us in business decision making. That thing comes under predictive analytics. And third part is also there where it is called prescriptive analytics. So which is although people are not working it, but if client wants us to come up with an optimized solution, then prescriptive analytics will take part. Okay, so these are three different stages of the analytics. So now I will help you with Python. Okay, so guys, Python. What do you understand by Python? Now you all are here for Python. We have to work on. I'll just help you with the libraries. Python, NumPy, Matplotlib and Pandas. So what is a Python? Who can help us with this thing? I want to hear from you all. Guys, what is Python? 2 minutes. Sorry. Okay, Python is a programming language. Yes, RK. Who else is there? Deepa, you are computer science. I said something. So can you help write one line in Python? Yes, RK, it is used in data science, AI, ML, etc. Definitely. What about other participants? Dharini, Bharat, Suraj? Come on. say something on Python. You have to learn Python. That's why you are here. Why Python? What is Python? Okay, I said already that is a programming language, and it is used in data science, AI, ML. Basically, it is used for statistical work that we have to do on data. Okay. Anybody? Dr. Deepa, can you want to say something? I think no, not an issue. I'll take it forward. Python is basically a programming language, and it is open source in nature. With open source, I want to say that if I create some codes, okay, which is not part of the utility itself, so I can upload it on the server, and another user can use those codes for their work on the Python, because there is a software called stats. It is not open source. So whatever modulities are there, whatever modules are, functionalities are there, you have to use that only for your purpose. You cannot make some modification in it. But in Python you can do that. That's why it is called. Yeah. Sorry. Who is there? Deepa, please. Of course, an advanced programming language which has many powerful libraries. Yeah, Deepa, with the help of libraries only, it has got some libraries. Libraries means in a particular library there are many functions which helps, which makes our working easy. Suppose I have to do some, apply some mathematical function on some data, and if I do manually, I have to, it takes big time. Okay, but with the help of these libraries, I can get a function with the help of which I can solve that problem in single line of code. I do not need to write big programs for that. So this is why Python is helpful for us. Am I clear on it, everybody? Tata Deepa, am I clear? It has got many libraries. Okay, and the libraries that we are going to discuss today. What is module? Modules means libraries only. Okay, you can consider them as libraries where some functions have been embedded in the software. When I call that function, I can, suppose I want to add two numbers, so I can use a function called add, which is there in the software in a particular module, okay, or library. Through that library, I can call that function called add, and within add, I can provide the numbers on which I have to apply this particular function. Clear, RK? Libraries, you can refer modules as libraries. Difference is there, RK. I cannot see. That's why they have made it easy for us. What happens when we have libraries or modules? I can call. Suppose I have to do some manipulation, some deletion or some addition, simple functions. So instead of calling all the functions, I will call only library NumPy, and I will load. I will use the functions under it, which can help me with this work. Otherwise, what will happen? These are large softwares. Softwares they consume large memory, so things get hanged up also. So that's why you cannot provide these functions without libraries. With libraries, things become easy, and also you can collect all the functions in clusters rather than them collecting together. And processing of clusters is easy than processing the whole thing in a one go. That's why it is there. Is it clear, Sharma? RK? Yeah, RK, please. Am I clear, RK? Okay. So this is the point. There is nothing other point other than that. So this is where these things are there. Now I will help you with some live exercise on our libraries. First of all, I'll take up NumPy. What is a NumPy library? Who knows it? Dr. Deepa, do you want to share something regarding NumPy? Model is used to bundle functions. What is it? What do you mean by what is the purpose? NumPy means numerical Python. NumPy means numerical Python. What does it do basically? Solve numerical problems? Yes, numerical problems on small data sets like you can say matrix arrays, like that thing. Okay, so I will help you with some exercise so that you can understand how it works in Python basically. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me open up. Yes, numeric functions, Dr. Deepa. We have to do whatever numeric function we have to apply on our data that we can achieve with the help of NumPy. So this is a screen. This is a IDE, which is a user interface basically, and it is called Spider. This we can get through a software called Anaconda. Guys, all of you are able to view my screen, Spider, Python. Guys, are you all able to view my screen? Okay. So this is the IDE, which is called Spider. It has got some windows. This window, the one I have highlighted, is called editor window. Here we can write all the codes regarding the function that we want to perform or the operations that we want to perform on our data. Okay. After we write the codes, we will run those codes. We can visualize our output here in this window. This is called variable explorer or something like that. Here you can, whatever values we store here, it will be defined here. And if I want to plot something, or if I want to find, I want some help regarding some function or library of Python, I can get through this window, the one I have highlighted just now. These are the basic structure of this particular software, Spider. And let's start with our first library called NumPy. So whenever we have to start working, I suppose here we have to use NumPy. So what you have to do, first code that we will write is import NumPy. Okay, I don't want to write NumPy again and again. That's why I am renaming NumPy as NP. That's why I've written in line number 7 on my screen that import NumPy as NP. Okay. So select this line, control enter. You see in this side of the window, console window, it is called console window basically. It is giving import as NumPy, means the code has been executed successfully. It is also called console window, where you can see the execution of the code. If your code is wrong, okay, it will give you an error. I'll show you something. Now you can see in the console window, it is giving an error. What error it says? It says no module named num, because there is no library called num. That's why we are getting an error over here. Okay, so this window is very important for us to check whether we have executed our code correctly or not. if some error is there, then we have to rectify it before running the code. So this is called import numpy as np. Okay. Here what we do, np is the name of the library. There is a function called array. What is array? Array is basically a data structure. Okay, I help you with something. Suppose we have kids, when they join a school, okay, they learn some alphabets first, A, B, C, D. Okay, this in analytical term is called as data type. You all of must worked on Excel sheet. What kind of data type you have come across in Excel sheet? Can anybody say something on it? Data type. Data type while working on Excel sheet. Who can answer it? Who is there? Who can answer it? String is not, yeah, the string means anything, any character. If I write my name Nishanth, so it is a data type in Python. And the data type for my name Nishanth is string. Yes, Arki, you are right. What else other than string? RK said integer. Yes. Any whole number 1, 2, 3, 4, any number is called integer. Float, any decimal number comes under floating. Okay. These are the basic data types which are there. Date and time is also data type here. Yes, correct. So these are the basic data types. So okay. And when we use these data types to create a structure, suppose kids use ABCD to write their name. My name is Nishanth and Nishanth. I am using alphabets and A and NT to write the name called Nishanth. That has become a structure. Okay. Similarly, here in Python, array is a data structure. Okay, which is a collection of elements in more than 2 dimensions. Basically, so what is there? So this is what we are creating. One more thing, whatever work we do on our data, suppose here I am creating an array, I have to assign a name to it, or you can say it is called as object for Python. Okay, as per line number 8, I am assigning a name called A to the operation np.array, and there are 3 numbers I am going to include in this array. I run this. A has been executed successfully. Okay, and you can say A is there. You can see what is A. A is a collection of 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. Correct. So now whenever I call A, it will give me 3 numbers. It is a collection of 3 numbers 1, 2, 3. So if I write as per line number 9, print A. So what will be my output here? This with a square bracket, the numbers 1, 2, 3. Correct? This is what I am doing with the help of arrays. And the square bracket is a representation of a list. It is a data structure where it is represented with the help of square brackets. Any numbers between this is a collection of these numbers basically. So it is a list basically. This is basically single dimension. If I want more than 1 dimension, the next example is a case of more than 1 dimension. You can see 1, 2 in first row, 3, 4 in second row. So this is a case of 2 dimension. And I am doing this thing with the help of library called NumPy. Okay. Do ask me questions if you have any in between. I've created an array. Name I have given it ARR. Okay. What I do first, I want to check type of my array object. What is my type? So type, you can see NumPy and the array means n-dimensional array. It can be 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. So it represents ND array. This is what I can get with the help of the function called type. Okay. See, you will find it more interesting when you also do this exercise along with me when you were in class. Okay. Right now, to help you with how things are being done on software to get you with the real thing feeling, I'm helping you with some of examples. Now I'm talking about dimension. So if I want to check how many dimensions are there, so guys, any guess how many dimensions are there in this array? Who will answer this question? Number of dimensions. Arki said 2. Who else? There are many participants here. Dharini, Deepa. Only one answer? Bharat. Okay. Let us check what is the output here. So, 2 dimension is there. Okay. 2 rows are there. That's why 2 dimension. Means number of axes. How many axes are there basically? This is what number it represents. Shape. What does shape represents? Shape. How many number of rows and how many columns are there? 2 rows, 3 columns. That's why the shape is 2, 3. Size means number of elements. If I multiply number of rows by number of columns, so here in our case, number of rows are 2 and number of columns are 3. So 2 multiplied by 3, 6. You can see our size of array is 6. Okay. And D type means the numbers that are there 1, 2, 3. In our array, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. What is the data type of these arrays? These numbers integer. 32 is basically the bits, memory bits it is using in the software. In Python, it is they usually represent. There are 2 kinds of data types here. In this case, int 32 and int 64. According to the number of bits, it is a particular array. Here we have created object array. This object has utilized space around 32 bits. That's why int 32. Okay. So this is a small exercise I've taken up to NumPy. So do you want to ask any question regarding NumPy? Guys, any question? 2 minutes. Guys, any questions on NumPy? Meena, are you there? Any questions on NumPy? Not for now. Okay. Good. Now next I will show you. Yeah, difference between type and ARR. See, type means type of the data structure that I am using. I am using an array. That is what type information will provide me. You can see in our example here. Type is ND array. That it is ND array for NumPy. And D type means in that array I am having the collection of elements which are 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. These numbers, the one I have highlighted. So what is the data type for these numbers which are collected in this array? Okay, that is what arr.dtype represents. Am I clear, Dr. Deepa? Type means the type of the structure which is there in which numbers have been collected. I am collecting the numbers in an array. So this is what information I can get from type function. NumPy.ndArray. NdArray means n-dimensional array. N means any number, 1 dimension, 2 dimension. And arr.dtype means the type of data inside the array. We have a collection of 6 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5, and their data type is int32. This one, the one I have highlighted in console window. So this is the meaning of that. This information we can get from this particular command. Is it clear, Dr. Deepa? Okay. So next we move to pandas. Okay. So what is a pandas? Who will say something like that? Line number 18, RK here. Complex means by default, as per line number 18, the numbers 1, 2, 3 have data type as integer. Okay. If I want to change while creating the array, if I want to change the data type of my numbers, I am changing it to complex number. Complex number is number which has got a real part and an imaginary part. Control enter if I do, you can see this is the representation for a complex number. 1 plus 0 means there is no imaginary part, that's why 0. Okay, RK. Or you please do study complex numbers. You can get it. What does it mean? I am just changing the type before creating an array. This thing also can be done. Now NumPy is, after that NumPy we have pandas. Wait a minute. I'll show you something, a real example which can help you understand this important library of Python called pandas. Wait a minute. Yeah. So guys, what are the different formats of data you have come across? Different format of data. RK, Dr. Deepa, any inputs? Dharini. Pandas can be used to read data from file. Yes. What else? Panda is basically a library for working out all the data analysis functions. Okay. If we want to carry out in Python, we can go with the help of library called pandas. Means loading, manipulation, analysis, everything that we want to perform on our real data file. Okay, that's why I'm asking what are the different data formats we have come across. One I can tell you, yeah, okay, text, document, doc. Okay, one important formats we have missed, RK, that is CSV and Excel. .csv and .excel. Do you remember what is .csv? Yeah. No, Dr. Deepa, that is not array list or data structures. That is not format of data. You get your data in Excel format. Did you remember that thing? Excel. And there is also a format called CSV. CSV means comma separated values. If between two values there is a comma, and if I want to create a table like structure for that, okay, so I can do that thing with the help of a command here. So but the data, when it is imported on my Python, it will be represented as a table, okay. And suppose first value is name, then salary, Nishanth comma 10,000, okay. Then system will understand first column is name where Nishanth will come, under that second column is coming after comma, so the name of second column is salary, so second column name will be salary and the amount will be under that part, which is 10,000. That is the meaning of comma separated value file. So I'll show you one small file here. I'm importing a file from here. Just wait a minute. Oh, pandas. Okay. Similarly, as we have done NumPy, here also we are using a library called pandas. So you have to run this line first, then only these functions of pandas library we can utilize. Import pandas as PD. I think the data analytics. Wait a minute. I have to see the file where I have kept my file. Some changes I made. This is my data. Task 4. Okay. Yeah. Path has been changed. I have to specify the correct path here. Then only my file will be accessed by the system. Otherwise, system cannot access the file. This is what I have to correct. That's why we are getting an error. So it is ready. Now we have created a data frame called, I have name I have given to this is df. So now I have imported the data from my C location to my Python. Dr. Deepa, you can use Spider or Jupyter, both are correct. Jupyter means if you want to use web version of Python. If you want to use the Python directly on your machine, then Spider is a better one. Otherwise, you can use Jupyter. For that, internet connection should be there. That is the only difference between their thing. Otherwise, there is no difference. Am I clear, Dr. Deepa? No VS Code. What do you mean by VS Code exactly, RK? Yeah, RK, for Python there are n number of IDs are there. You can use, but Spider is basically easy to go. It is just like Jupyter, which people understand better. But if you want to use any other ID, you can use it. There is no problem with that. There are many IDs. As per your convenience, you can go with that thing. So this is a data. This is a data set for a flower called iris. Here we have information regarding sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and the number of species. There are 3 categories of species: setosa, virginica, and versicolor of this flower that we have. Okay. Now we can do with the help of pandas library. Okay. Otherwise we cannot import the data from my machine, because this is ultimately we have to do. we will be getting our data in this format. NumPy and other things is there to understand how to work on Pandas, which on Python, which we will be doing covering in classes. Okay, but after Pandas, what happens? We can import the file and then work on it. This is an application of Pandas. Any question? Guys, any question till now? Now I think you have got a feel of how to work when on Python using NumPy and Pandas. Okay. Guys, question, please ask me. Okay, our last library, Matplotlib. Okay, Matplotlib is a library for graphical representation. Suppose I want to produce some graphs in my report, so I can also do that thing with the help of a library in Python called Matplotlib. Okay, so in first two lines I'm importing that library along with the library NumPy, because that is also part of our exercise here. I am creating a data set. Okay. Now I am with the help of a function called plt.bar. Plt is that Matplotlib library. .bar means bar graph. You can see on the screen on the right hand side a graph is plotted. Okay, let me assign the numbers. Now you can see a contribution of A. Suppose A, B, C, D, E are for 5 employees of a company, and the sales that they have produced in a given financial year is represented with the help of a bar. So we can say E has done a better work compared to others, and A and C might have not been able to achieve even the average sales that we have predicted. So this is how we can compare different things together on a single graph instead of going through their numbers. So this is a case of a bar graph that we can plot with the help of our library called Matplotlib. We can also, I'll show you, currently I will not go much into details. I'll show you a stacked bar chart. What do we understand by a stacked bar chart? Any answers? Okay, I'll show, then it will understand. It is a case, the graph on my right hand side is a case of stacked bar chart. So we can compare two different categories together, okay, for a particular value. For G1, how much the score by men and women. G2, suppose I go to a restaurant, okay, G1, G2, G3, G4, 5 represents might be timings of visit: morning, afternoon, evening, night. Okay, and man and woman scores represent the amount of consumption being made by these genders in the restaurant. Okay, so we can know that by blue, if we see G1, we can say that men are consuming around 20 and women are giving more than 20. So they are good, more loyal customers to us than compared to men. In second half, we can say might be men are more profitable compared to women. This is how we can compare different things together with the help of descriptive statistics, which we are producing here with the help of library called Matplotlib. So guys, these are the 3 libraries of Python: NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. Any question you want to ask? I will also help you with some other details. I'll also show you. You please put up your question. In the meantime, I'll help you with the the products being offered in data science by Verzeo. Let me help you with that thing. So this is basically Verzeo website for data science course description. You can find all the details over here. Okay, it is a very good course being put up by Verzeo, the market. Okay, which can help you attain all the basic and advanced knowledge regarding Python or machine learning algorithms, because without that we cannot be able to solve our day-to-day business problems. Okay, you can see the features are very good. Weekly mentoring sessions are there with industry experts teaching. It is not something called recorded session that we go through. You will get live weekly mentoring sessions. You can work with them, understand all the points, clear your doubts during the class or even after the class. Also, you can come back to them. Okay, teaching assistance for practical reviews, hands-on experience and assistance in real-time projects. So you will get a chance to work on real-time projects. Wait a minute, Dr. Deepa, I'll come to that thing. Okay. And of course, Verzeo is going to help you with 100% job guaranteed. And this is a good feature of Verzeo, because once we are done with the course, we are also required to have some job in hand. Okay, so there are other certificates from international universities and acclaimed companies you will be getting once you will successfully complete this course. Okay, so there are much more benefits apart from that. So for that, I request you to be in touch with the Verzeo marketing team, sales team. They can help you with all your queries. Okay, guys. Yeah, there is a question. Can we use scikit-learn for plotting? No. Scikit-learn, as you can see the answer on the screen, it is used only for developing machine learning algorithms. When we go on developing machine learning algorithms, when we have to do the real work on our data to solve the problems, then we require this particular library called scikit-learn. Through in it, we can find all the functions which are required to develop a particular model. As I discussed some examples regarding classification, churn analytics, telecom company, your banking industry, insurance sector. So those of things are under, say, logistic regression. And for logistic regression, whatever function is required, we can get it from this library called scikit-learn. But it is not used for plotting. For plotting, the library is Matplotlib. Okay. And of course, you guys can have the our web address on in the chat box. So you can use it to check out the data science using Python certification training. Complete detail will be there, and you can also reach out to us for any queries that you have. Okay, and with this from my side, I end the session, and I request you to come up with a question you want to know from me. So 5 minutes we will be spending on that before we end the session. Any questions? Please ask. 5-10 minutes we can spend, no problem. We can spend more if you have more questions.